What's going on, everybody? It's Park Visions, and in this video I'm going to be ranking all the coasters at this beautiful park, SeaWorld Orlando, in 2023, and where I think all these coasters rank amongst the park in 2023 after getting a fairly amazing rides on each of these coasters. And also I'll be predicting where Penguin Trek, the new for 2024 coaster coming in spring at SeaWorld Orlando, will be ranking amongst the park as well in terms of the coasters where they rank. So coming in at number 7, we have Super Grover's Boxcar Derby, and the reason why it's here, I mean, of course, it's a family coaster, and it doesn't really do much for me, but it is an amazing way for kids to get into coasters, and it's a great way for kids that live around SeaWorld Orlando to get into coasters, so I can't take it away from that. But yeah, it just ranks this low, obviously, because it's a family coaster. But yeah, at number 7, we have Super Grover's Boxcar Derby. So obviously at number 6, we have the water coaster Journey to Atlantis. And what I'm not gonna take from this ride is the immersive experience and immersive theming this ride has. From start to finish, this thing has an immersive theming, and just the visuals in the beginning is what makes me love this ride. And just, the theming and all that is amazing. The queue is great as well. And the roller coaster section is just amazing on this ride. It really gives you a good adrenaline rush a little bit, and it has like a few pops. And just going straight into the water after the roller coaster section is great. But obviously it doesn't stack up with the roller coasters above it, so I can't put it any higher. But at number 6, we have Journey to Atlantis. Starting off with my top 5 at SeaWorld Orlando, we have Manta. Manta is an amazing, like, if not my favorite flying coaster of all time. And it's just an immersive experience. The queue is really what makes this coaster just stand out to me. The queue is absolutely amazing. Like, you could stand in the queue line for like so long just staring at like the whole beautiness and just well themed queue. And the ride experience as well is just amazing. Like, the pretzel loop on this ride is just a killer element, and it's just one of the most intense pretzel loops out there. And yeah, just the immersive like atmosphere of this ride as well is what plays a part. But it's down in the top 5, the low top 5, because there's the other coasters that are above it are a little better than Manta and do a lot for me than Manta. So yeah, let's go straight into the other coasters that are in my top 5. Coming in at number 4, we have my favorite floor coaster of all time, Kraken. Kraken is such an amazing coaster, and let's start off by saying the views from the lift hill. The views of the lift hill is absolutely beautiful. Just coming close to Mako and just seeing Mako fly by is something amazing, and you just can't like get enough of that view of Mako with Kraken. And starting off with going into the ride experience, the ride experience is one of my favorites on a floor coaster. It's snappy, whippy, just intense. Like, the G's that kick in with this ride is just ridiculous from start to finish. And yeah, and I love the part into the tunnel where you go like through the squid into the little tunnel and then hit the last inversion into the final brakes. It's absolutely one of my favorites. So yeah, at number 4, we have Kraken. Starting off with my top 3 favorite at SeaWorld Orlando. Starting off at number 3, we have Mako. I know a lot of you are going to question this one. And let me start off by saying Mako is an amazing hyper. My favorite hyper. The airtime is ridiculous on this ride. The floater is just absolutely out of this world. Especially that 7-second floater hill. You just get thrown out of your seat forever. And then the bank turns and the drop is just all amazing on this ride. And then the whole ride experience is amazing. The queue is amazing. Just the views going up the lift hill, and even the views seeing just Orlando in general over the 7-second airtime hill is amazing. But there's 2 other coasters that I really like more than Mako, because I feel like the ride experience does a lot more for me than what Mako does. And I know some of you guys are going to question these last 2 spots, but yes, at number 3, hitting my top 3, is Mako. Starting off with my top 2 favorite at SeaWorld Orlando, we have Icebreaker. Yes, I have this over Mako, and there's so many reasons why, but I'm going to just give you guys the gist. This ride is so much fun, and I think this ride been a absolute sleeper hit since it opened. This ride has the most ridiculous airtime out there. starting off with the backwards launch into the spike. That bunny hill was so that step up into the spike is so crazy. And then even the step up into the top hat is ridiculous. You literally get thrown out of your seat. And it was even more crazy when it had comfort collars, but you really feel the airtime without the comfort collars. And this ride is so much fun, and I absolutely love Icebreaker. It's been my favorite since it opened, and it's always gonna be my top two favorite at SeaWorld Orlando. So yeah, at number two we have Icebreaker. At number one, at the king of SeaWorld Orlando, we have Pipeline. Pipeline is my favorite coaster at SeaWorld Orlando, and it's just the main reason of how it took a stand-up coaster and kicked it up a notch. And the airtime and the G's is ridiculous on this coaster. I did not expect my first time riding this for this thing to have ridiculous airtime and G's. Especially that first hill. The first hill, you're literally like, your feet is literally like 5-6 inches out the air. Like it's insane. And there's literally pictures of proof of this thing giving you ridiculous airtime. And yeah, it's just a fun coaster that like I just can't not get enough of. And it's one of my favorite additions at SeaWorld Orlando. So yes, at number one and the king at SeaWorld Orlando, and my favorite at SeaWorld Orlando is Pipeline the Surf Coaster. So I told you I'll be predicting where Penguin Trek ranks, and I think Penguin Trek is going to rank at number 5 at SeaWorld Orlando above Manta, Journey to Atlantis, and Super Grover's Boxcar Derby. And it's the main reasons for the theming and the ride experience. I really think the ride experience is going to be so cool. And the theming as well that I think this ride is going to have is going to blow me away. And it's going to be a really great thing for this park. And also pulling into the habitat before pulling into the station is going to be amazing as well. But yeah, that's it for this video. And these are where I think each coaster ranks at SeaWorld Orlando, in my opinion. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. And let me know where you rank all these coasters at SeaWorld Orlando. And let me know where you predict Penguin Trek is going to rank at SeaWorld Orlando as well. And thank you guys for watching. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one.